What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we back with another quick video in the way and out the way, man. Y'all be sure to smash that like button as you come in the building. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share the video. Turn on your notifications, and please go over there to Twitter and follow me on Twitter at KO Boxing 86 TV. If you got a breakdown or you got a prediction that you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And we will have our live show tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we also live every single Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then you can also catch me live every single Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. But let's get to it, man, really quickly. Terence Crawford just had an interview come out with Showtime, man. And so we want to react to that really quickly. Again, for those of y'all that don't know, man, this is how we're doing our videos right now as we're recovering from COVID. So we just go live real quick, talk about a quick topic, then I get on out the way. As you come in the building, as I said, man, smash the like button. If you're catching the playback, smash the like button, man. This shouldn't be long at all. Our normal show will be tonight at 7:30. But we want to just make a quick video talking about Terence Crawford and in his interview with Showtime and some key points that I took away from it. Let's start with the most important thing first, bro. Let's talk with the most important thing first. I believe that this is just further evidence that the Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence fight is done. And they just ain't told us yet. You know what I'm saying? They just ain't made the official announcement. But I believe that this is just further evidence that it's done, because you have to understand something. Number one, Terence Crawford, if he wasn't doing business with PBC or with Showtime, he would not be granting them interviews. Because one thing we know about Terence Crawford, he ain't just running around this whole giving everybody interviews and shit. Terence Crawford is a very private person. He talked to who he talked to. He rock with who he rock with. And if he don't see the need to interview with you, then he ain't interviewing with you. So that's the first thing, bro, is that he wouldn't interview with you unless he was doing business with you, right? Secondly, Showtime, right? Showtime would not be building Terence Crawford up, basically, because keep in mind, it's their content. They're putting it on their YouTube page. They're putting it on their channel. They're doing all of this because they, in my opinion, are in business with Terence Crawford. So the very first thing that I took away before I started even listening to the interview, before I wanted to hear what Terence Crawford had to say, the very first thing that I took away, bro, is that it's a damn good sign for the prospects of an Errol Spence Jr. versus Terence Crawford fight. The fact that Terence Crawford is doing an interview on Showtime. That's a damn good sign, bro. A damn good sign. So that's takeaway number one, and the most important thing for us fight fans, whether you a Terence Crawford supporter, or you a Errol Spence supporter, or you support both and you just got Terence winning, or you support both and you just got Earl winning, whatever side you stand on, or you just a fight fan that want to see a great fight, or you a casual that's getting into boxing and this is the fight that's going to get you into boxing, whatever your situation is, it is great news. It is outstanding news. It is news that you should be excited about. The fact that Terence Crawford is doing an interview with Showtime. That's the first takeaway. Second takeaway, some fans will call it delusion. Some will call it arrogance. I call it what the hell you want them to do. You know, I've never been one that's going to shit on a fighter because they believe in themselves. He said something in the interview. He said, look, I've always known I'm number one. I'm the number one fighter in the world. And I'm going to show it. I already know what I'm going to do. I've been knowing what I'm going to do. And if anyone's criticizing that, I would just say, man, pump the brakes on that shit. Like, if you support Errol Spence, you want him to be in there in the ring with a fighter that believe in themselves and that believe they number one. Because if you support Errol, then shit, it's going to make the victory mean that much more. It's going to make it even better, bro. And then if you support Terence Crawford, or you just a fan of athletics, bro, in sports, like, you supposed to want a world-class top shelf athlete to believe in themselves. So anytime I hear an athlete talking shit, or I hear an athlete saying that they gonna beat the ass of another athlete and that they the number one fighter in the world, especially in boxing, bro, I fully 100% support that shit. Johnny Q, Crush, Jay Chestnut, Tay Tay, M&A, Queen Combat and Entertainment. Salute to all y'all, man. Y'all smash that like button that's in here. We just in the way and out the way. We in the way and out the way, man. And I gotta get let me get, I know Tay Tay rock with Quee and all them people over there at TWT and G5, and she been rocking a long time. Let me get you modded up real quick before I forget. Welcome to the gang. And so I like that shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I like Terence Crawford talking this shit and talking about he number one and letting people know that he coming to wreck shit. So that's the second takeaway. The third takeaway, and this is where the Terence Crawford fans that's probably rocking with me right now, they're like, man, I don't really like Knockout. I don't really rock with Knockout, but he's saying some real shit. This is probably where we gonna part ways. This part of the video is probably where you ain't gonna like what I got to say. But I'm gonna say it because I'm me. And it is what it is. You feel me? Look, bro, these narratives, I don't even have to debunk them anymore. Terence Crawford is debunking his own fans' narratives, bro. They was like, yo, Earl Spence don't want no smoke. Earl Spence is ducking Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is the boogeyman. He like, yo, man, I gotta leave Bob. I gotta sue Bob. Bob can't give me fights and shit. Hey, man, look, I know Earl want to fight. Shit, I done talked to Earl. I know Earl want to fight just as much as I do. He want to fight just like me. Shit, it's these suits, man. It's the business of boxing, holding this shit up. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and more. What's up, OG? One of the OGs in the game. What up, Bruce? And he like, shit, Earl want to fight. So that whole ducking shit, that just went out the window. He shitted on that narrative. And then he just shitted on another narrative, bro. And this is an inside the ring, competitive, no shade, no hate. This is just boxing, bro. Like in the ring, the shit that we love to talk about on this channel here at Knockout Boxing 86 TV. And during this interview with Showtime, right? During this interview with Showtime, the interviewer, who was doing a great job, Drink, what up, man? Just a quick video, bro. We got our live show tonight. We'll be live at 7:30, but I'm recovering from COVID, bro. So this the only way I can do my videos is I'm quarantined in the room. So we just talking about the Terence Crawford interview, man. Just a real quick recap. I made the point that it was a good time, that it's a good sign that he actually did an interview with Showtime. The fact that he was willing to interview with Showtime, and the fact that Showtime is posting his interview on their channel, that's telling me that my opinion that I've had this whole time, which is Terence Crawford and Earl Spence is done. They just ain't telling us. That's a good sign for that proclamation and that opinion. And then I talked about how Terence Crawford, he believe in himself. And some people ain't gonna like that shit, but hey, man, he calling himself number one fighter in the world, number one pound fighter in the world. Whether I agree or disagree, I like that shit, man. I like that shit, bro. You supposed to. Smooth Groove, what up, bro? My Oak Cliff, Texas, brother. Oak Cliff, Dallas, Texas in the building. Salute, Smooth Groove. Salute to you, bro. And so that's a good thing, right? That he believe in himself. Because if Earl beat him, you want him, you know what I'm saying? You want him to be confident. You want him to be in there with a fighter that believe in himself, and vice versa for Bud Crawford and his fans. And then now we on the last point, Drink. Like, I'm sure you agree with everything I've said so far. But this is where we diverge. Because now we don't have Terence Crawford is debunking his own fans' narrative. You didn't have this narrative. I never remember you saying this. But he already shitted on the Earl Spence is ducking Terence Crawford. He came out himself and said Earl Spence wasn't ducking. And he just shitted on another narrative, y'all, that I was getting to. And he did it in this interview with Showtime. You understand what I'm saying? And that is Earl Spence only fights one way. Earl don't make adjustments. The interviewer, you know what I'm saying, asked Terence something along the lines of this. Go check the interview. I don't have it verbatim, but this is in a nutshell. He was like, yo, if I told you Errol Spence is the type of fighter that fights one way and he comes in with a plan and that's how he fights, and you were the fighter that can fight different ways and you make adjustments, would you say that that's accurate? That's basically what he said. And Terence said, nah, shit, Errol make adjustments. He make changes. I seen him make adjustments in the ring. He do what he got to do. If something don't work, and he go fix it to make sure that he get the job done. And I say, well, damn. I said, well, damn, bro. I said, well, damn, man. What kind of shit is that, bro? but your fans don't be saying that shit, bro. And so I think that if you really astute and you know what you're looking at in the ring, bro, you can watch Errol fight Mikey. You can watch Errol fight Danny. You can watch Errol fight Sean Porter. You can watch Errol fight Yordenis Ugas, and you will see, and you will have to admit that those are a bunch of different fights where Errol fought differently and adjustments were made. You look at Mikey Garcia fight, he was much bigger than Mikey, much longer, much more wiry, and so he fought behind his jab and boxed Mikey. You look at the Danny Garcia fight, he went in that fight and he was counterpunching the counterpuncher. Every time Danny tried to counter him, Errol countered him back to make sure that he was last in every single exchange. And if you know anything about boxing, you know that counterpunchers love to be last. That's what they're waiting on, so they can get the last shot and hopefully the best shot with a counter shot. But when you counter them and now they're trying to counter you, but they know you're going to counter them coming back, that messes up the fight. You look at the Sean Porter fight. To Sean Porter's credit, he made Errol dog fight on the inside. Errol made the adjustment. He started using pivots more, turning Sean more, not letting his back get against the ropes, and trying to be the more accurate puncher on the inside. And then you fast forward to Yordenis Ugas. He looked at Yordenis Ugas. He realized his body work was getting to Yordenis Ugas, forcing Yordenis Ugas to lean over his front foot on a consistent basis. And what did Errol do? He pulled out an uppercut that a lot of fight fans didn't even know that he had. Juice Lee, what up? And so if you already didn't know that both of these fighters, Terence Bud Crawford, Errol Spence Jr., that both of them have high ring IQs and that they both make adjustments, if you didn't already know that, I would, in case you didn't, Terence Crawford just came out in his interview with Showtime and showed y'all what it was. He said that the man does make adjustments. So all in all, your boy Knockout, to wrap it up, put a bow on it, and send y'all on y'all way to your lunch breaks or whatever you got going on. All in all, I love the interview from Terence Bud Crawford and the reasons I gave y'all. Number one, the fact that he got a Showtime interview. I believe the fight is done. I've been telling y'all that for months now. I believe the fight is done. They just ain't telling us. And the fact that Showtime is posting his interviews, the fact that Bud Crawford, who doesn't do many interviews, is willing to sit down with Showtime, great sign there. That's the takeaway from the interview before he even said anything. That got me excited, that he was sitting down, he was interviewing, and he was willing to spend his time with Showtime, and they were willing to basically promote Terence Crawford, put him on their platform. That shows that all the things we've been hearing, both fighters talk about how confident they are that the fight is going to get done. All these reports about how close it is, you know, from both sides, and both sides when it comes to YouTube, both sides when it comes to reporters that are friendly to both fighters. Everyone's been saying this fight is close, and now we got Terence Crawford interviewing on Showtime. That was the first takeaway. That made me excited. I'm just doing a quick video. Karma still recovering from COVID. This is how I got to do my videos right now to make sure I deliver the content. We will still be live tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central for our regular show. Secondly, the second takeaway, Terence Crawford's confidence. As I said, look, man, I love fighters that believe in themselves, bro. He calling himself the #1 pound-for-pound fighter in the world. When you look at him talk, you can tell he mean it. You can tell he coming to whoop ass, and that's what you want, because I don't want no excuses from Errol Spence fans. I don't want no excuses from Terence Crawford fans. So I love his confidence in the interview. And then last but not least, anytime a fighter of Terence Crawford's caliber comes out and agrees with what I see in the ring and tells me that what I've been seeing is correct, that Errol Spence does indeed make adjustments, it does make you, I ain't gonna lie to you, I make you pat yourself on the back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's a good thing too, Drink. Last thing, bro. they did that interview. What up, ETB? What up, bro? We wrapping up the Terence Crawford video. You already went over this. Y'all go check out ETB. He did a video on this already, but I wanted to give my 2 cents on it. But that's a great point that Drink just made. Everybody should read his comment right now. As a matter of fact, real quick, I throw that up on the screen. The interview was done during the Hall of Fame weekend. So why would they wait? Why would they wait to drop the interview? Maybe they still had negotiations to do. Maybe they're doing this shit strategically because the fight announcement is coming. So the fact that they waited to drop it, it speaks volume. Who knows what other content that they got? Who knows what content they got that they ain't dropped yet, bro? You know what I'm saying? So that's a great point. Look, y'all, this video real quick for y'all. We will be live tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Y'all be sure to come through. I believe the brother Key is going to be live later on this afternoon. Y'all be on the lookout for that from Everything Boxing. And KQKC is live right now. I hate that I cut it into about 15 minutes of his show. So I'm going to go ahead and hop off. Everybody go back over to KQKC Boxing Network and go check him out, man. He live right now doing a great show. That's where I'm going to be at, getting this boxing talk. But thank you, everybody, for coming through real quick, man. Y'all smash the like button on your way out. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Is it a good sign that Terence Bud Crawford is interviewing with Showtime? I say it's the best sign that we have had yet that this fight is done. But I appreciate everybody watching. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all afternoon, and I'll see y'all tonight at 7:30 p.m. Central Time, man. We're going to have a great live show for y'all. Y'all come through, hop on the panel if you have time. Come through, chop it up on this boxing in the comments, and we'll see y'all all very, very soon, man. Y'all take it easy, and we out here. Peace, y'all.